Alright guys, and welcome to GosuGamers.net. This is the first game in the King of the Hill series, matchup of Orange versus Team Australia. We have finished the picks, we did the bans. I think things are going to be very exciting. We do have my co-caster on record as saying that the Radiant are going to win this one with their tremendous pushing power. I'm a little bit skeptical, but I'm really excited to play this game. Now, you know what?
I am guessing that Nature's Prophet will mid. Because I've seen this guy play.
Yeah, that's you think that's how it's going to go down. In fact, it is God's. He is captain of. He's captain, right, of Team JoY?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, Team JoY, obviously a team that's not all that well known to the international scene, but they're going to be doing some exciting stuff in the near future, aren't they? I think they're sort of gearing up to focus on Dota 2. Is that, if correct me if I'm wrong?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Right, in terms of lanes, it looks like we do have people shuffling around a little bit, jockeying into position. Make sure I've got... No, my observer stuff does not work quite like that. Interesting. A little bit of graphical issues. For some reason, I'm showing 95,000 gold earned by the Dire right now. Probably fairly incorrect. I do not know that they are farming that hard just yet. We'll see what happens.
God still hasn't. Oh, there he goes. No.
The battle begins.
So we do see a little bit of early warding by the Radiant team. They are going to cover that top rune as well as that creep spawn point. That should be just close enough to deny that spawn. You see Venomancer picking up that first rune. You know, why don't you go ahead and go through the lanes for us? Tell us what we're going to see this game, and.
Well, there's Viper bottom with his Black Shaitan. He's pretty alright as a player. That's only me though. But Tidehunter and Viper just together. There's Venomancer that has Invis there. Nature's Prophet jungling is pretty odd to me because he usually goes mid. Dazzle going mid, and Windrunner soloing top.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice for that mid with Dazzle. What do you think is going on there? Why are they putting Dazzle there? My suspicion is that it's just because Dazzle is going to have a huge amount of harass power with that poison touch and that healing wave.
I think just in case for Tiny, he will get a skill in Shallow Grave just in case
right.
If Tiny does.
You see a little bit of a fight down here. Venomancer taking a couple auto attacks from both Viper and Tidehunter. Tidehunter getting off that gush, doing a little bit of damage, just sort of reminding them that he is there. And, you know, we've already gone through a couple tangos over on Tiny, so it looks like Minky, or Dazzle, is doing a good job of harassment in through there.
Enchantress and Vengeful Spirit jungling together.
You know, how often... obviously, I play way too many pug games, so, you know, I can't really speak too much to how often that happens, but do you generally see... is that something we see a lot in these higher-level games? Can we expect to see that in Dota 2, just as a consequence of the
roaming, yes. Vengeful Spirit can stack very well, and if she does stack that creep pool, she'll get easy proper farm, but because it's watered, you can't do it properly.
Right, and that's going to do, you know, that ward right there up here covering that top lane is going to do such a strong job of preventing a proper jungling route from happening with the Enchantress. We do see an invisible Venomancer sneaking up here behind Dazzle. Dazzle is, of course, a couple levels above him. He's going to go in and try and get some harass off. Tiny getting a great stun. Venom spray coming out of Venomancer. Is it going to be enough to take him down? I think it might be. Venomancer actually in a lot of trouble. He does go down with the clutch teleport in from Nature's Prophet. Dazzle taking a lot of damage, though. Is he going to get off that grave? Yes, he does, right in time. Barely surviving. Venomancer may go down here. Yes, he will. Wow, great play by the Radiant. Absolutely brutal. That's surprising. Like...
Level 1 in Shallow Grave.
It's such a I love it. That's what I was telling you. 5 duration. You're invincible. Have fun. You know, I'm suddenly worried a little bit about my Gosu bet. Like, uh-oh.
You should have asked me before you actually did it. Huh?
All my trees, man. All my trees. We are going to see some continued farming. I'm going to take a quick look at creep stores. We do see Dazzle actually doing a decent amount of farm. He's leading his team along with Viper, about 16 per. Up here we do see maybe an Enchantress. She is invisible. That's Smoke of Deceit. You think they're going to be able to get Dazzle here?
They might catch him off guard because he doesn't have mana. He does bottle though. And Nature's Prophet will back him up, but we'll just see what happens.
Ooh, I think, yeah, he's going to go down. That stun coming out of Tiny combined with the stun from the Minotaur and the Vengeful Spirit. It's a lot of stun. Stun for the entire family. Down goes Dazzle. A little bit of vengeance for that massacre in the middle, if you will. And I am, in fact, reading in chat that Orange is a big fan of the dual roamer strat. So that may be what we're seeing up here. One thing I do like is that we do see, you know, good warding by both teams, keeping an eye on that area. We are going to see a hasted Vengeful Spirit moving around, looking for an opportunity to get some damage done on that Windrunner. Windrunner, however, does know she's there. She's not going to be able to do all that much. Windrunner's mostly just looking to get some farm done, and not a whole lot happening in this match just yet. We have seen a couple kills traded.
Dazzle going for Tiny mid.
Yeah, that's really a lot of aggression coming out of this Dazzle, and it's, you know, I'm thinking I'm gonna go, like, after this game I may go try out Dazzle and try that. Oh my god, it looks like, wow, 3-man dive into Venomancer right there, taking him out. Those wards were not enough to protect him. The tower did not matter. A lot of damage coming out of that Viper. He is in fact level 6. That Venom Strike, that Viper Strike, yes, Viper Strike will do a whole lot of damage to an unsuspecting victim. And you know, I like the play that I'm seeing from the Australians here. They're starting off very boldly.
Dire's bottom tower is under
There's Enchantress. We'll see what happens.
Enchantress coming in here with the bottom. She does have a couple creeps. Wave of Terror missing a target, but you know what? Viper is going to go down with the help of the tower. That stun doing a lot of damage. Nature's Prophet retreating. She does not have enough mana for a stun. Not going to be able to do that much, but Enchantress does have plenty of creeps. Will be able to apply a little bit of harassment before pulling back. Unfortunately, just not that much as she could do with that Ursa Warrior, and only level 4. So hopefully we will see her pick up a couple more levels and get into a position to do some better ganking. Right now the score, of course, 3-2. And, you know, the Radiant are taking a decent lead. When, what are your... Whoa, hold that thought. It looks like Prophet is going to get caught down here. Taking a lot of damage from Enchantress, using that Shockwave on the Hellcaller. And, you know what, he may just get away here at 21 health.
I reckon they made a mistake not warding bot, because that bot is made for ganks.
Absolutely. We're going to see a big engagement going down here. Vengeful Spirit taking a lot of damage. She does go down to Tide Hunter. Tide Hunter using that Gush to do quite a bit of damage, and both Tiny and Enchantress retreating here. A little bit of mana spent on that illusion. Not doing a whole lot there. If we do look at the Enchantress, she is going to keep farming, though, like a madwoman. And, you know, if we take a look up in the top lanes, Mushi at 35 creep kills.
You might get ganked there.
Yeah, it looks like a good gank here from Prophet. Prophet teleporting in, getting that spread off. Down goes Sniper. Windrunner getting the final hit and assisting there. Good play by the Radiant. And you know, these Australians are doing a lot in terms of really, really strong play, which is amazing because I expect them to be tired and like...
Like me, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, why aren't they sleepy? I bet you right now Mushi's wishing they were as sleepy as you are. So we are going to see Vengeful Spirit try and prevent a little bit of farming here. Dazzle currently at about 27 creep kills, so doing a decent job of getting those last hits. Viper is, of course, leading his team at about 35. And if we take a look at the gold earned over here, there's about 1,500 in the favor of the Radiant. Obviously, that's not a whole lot, but you know, it points towards a strong lead before they're even really like starting that push strategy that we talked about earlier. You know. Up in the top lane, we're going to see another teleport in by Nature's Prophet as Sprout catching that sniper. So much damage coming out that shackle, sticking Mushi to the tree. He is going to go down there. Windrunner, another kill. Wow, like this is just not going quite the way that I'm sure Orange planned on it. What are some of the things that they can do to try and come back here rather than to protect their carry?
I think more wards. They haven't got much wards up yet. Not well, because of Vengeful Spirit going jungle. Obviously, she's not getting enough gold. But just keeping an eye out on Nature's Prophet is the most important for me.
Yeah, it's one of those things where he's just able to teleport around so much. It's definitely causing some issues, and we've seen him pop up there in this spot right there twice. Taking out Mushi, and he can't be happy about that. Like, he's one of those players that's definitely known for his ability to just take a hero and give it a lot of items and kill things. So, taking him out is, I think, a good priority for the Australian team.
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower has been denied.
You see that top tower getting denied by Windrunner. Great play up there, making sure to prevent the Dire team from getting those points, getting that gold. Last I checked, gold was not, in fact, a measurement measured in points. Quick question, can you see that ping? There's one in the Radiant base. Up in the top, we are going to see Dazzle initiating here. He does have haste. He pops down that Weave using his ultimate to reduce that damage, and you know what? He is going to go down to Windrunner again. Windrunner with 3-0.
He has been playing a lot, Slicks. He's a very pro Heroes in North player, so I did expect a lot from him this game.
Well, he's certainly showing that he does have phase boots, he does have a Ring of Basilius, and if we look at some numbers over here, he is in fact at about 468 experience per minute, so doing a great job of getting that experience farm. If we look at everybody else, it looks like Viper is leading us for gold, just a bit under 300 gold per minute. Over here we're going to actually see, oh no, Tiny getting caught there, trying to defend his tower, but it just is not enough for him to be in there. 4 members of the Radiant are just going to put him down very effectively. Down the bottom, Viper actually getting ganked here. Is the sun going to come out of that Minotaur? Yes, it is. He's so dead, it hurts to think about it. That kill does go to Sniper here, and a little bit of vengeance for Mushi.
I'm just surprised Nature's Prophet.
Yeah. In the sense that you're surprised he wasn't teleporting down there?
Just looked at his... he had his cooldown on, so...
Yeah.
Just didn't know he had his cooldown on.
Was not able to get up there.
I was pretty surprised.
Now, Medallion of Courage on Nature's Prophet, and we are starting to see that push strategy coming into play for the Radiant. Nature's Prophet, Windrunner, Dazzle, and Tidehunter gives them a lot of pushing power. That AE stun on the Tidehunter, Weave from the Dazzle, and then, oh, by the way, Treants. Lots and lots of Treants.
But the only thing that can try to counter push Nature's Prophet would be Venomancer's little sprouts, as they call it.
Well, it looks like they are actually going to get this inner tower here. Sorry, that mid-level tower. We are going to see a trade mid-level tower down here for the Dire. You know, it's good that they're both getting a tower, but I can't help but feel like the Radiant still have a big advantage here because they are able to get it down first and teleport back and try and do a little bit of defense. Will they get the deny, though? Yes, they will. Great play by Viper, taking out that deny, and you know, I think that's a really crucial position to put themselves in.
Yeah.
Actually, if we take a look at the gold graph, things are looking really good for the Radiant. They are at about 16,000 gold earned compared to about 13,000 for the Dire. The Dire are having a little bit of trouble keeping up. They are about 5 kills behind. And we do actually see a double damage. Tidehunter coming in here. Does get a gush off. He's doing a lot of damage. He pops his ultimate. I think Mushi is dead here. He may not be able to escape. Yeah, that Nature's Prophet ultimate is going to finish him off, taking that kill. But you know what? That's fine. I think Nature's Prophet is probably a hero that, if you could, you'd funnel him most of your kills, right?
Yep.
God's popping in here. He is going to sprout Tiny. Tiny going down, and, you know, just continued really solid play. We see an ultimate out of Venomancer hitting 3 members of the Radiant. 4 members of the Radiant, but it's just not going to be enough. They are going to survive very easily and take out that tower. If we look at the tower count, we do see that all of these towers up here, that's a total of 3 towers, are currently dead. Things looking very, very good for the Radiant in this first game. Do you think how is Orange going to look to adopt here? What are they going to do? Adapt here? You know, so let's say that they lose this game. What sort of changes do you think that we can expect to see in their strategy?
Definitely more of a hard carry. Definitely not. Like if there was an anti-mage in this game, it would have changed everything compared to Viper, Dazzle, and all that. That's why actually banning anti-mage yourself wasn't a good idea, in my opinion. But I think Tiny was a pretty surprising pick to us. I think that was the first pick is the most crucial pick, and they did pick Tiny to go mid, but it just didn't work out against the Dazzle.
Now, if going through items here, it looks like Slicks has actually finished his mech. So he does have Phase Boots, Basilius, and a mech at about 15 minutes. Really decent farm there. He is at about 334 gold per minute. Pretty closely tied with Viper. It looks like, yeah, we're going to see a smoke on 4 members of the Radiant, and of course they do have that Minotaur. Who's the main priority here? Who do they need to focus on when they get into these team engagements? Like, who has to die?
Viper definitely, and Windrunner. Windrunner and Viper would be the most crucial heroes that has to be focused on. If they can't take him out, Viper does his ulti and keeps auto attacking with his first skill, you will get poisoned and you die really easily. And a Windrunner's shackle is absolutely amazing with that little stun that goes for a long time.
Yeah, of course, that's a 4-second stun. No way to get out of it. Now we do see the smoke wear off. You know, they're not going to be able to get in there and engage quite in the way they wanted. They may still push the issue, trying to sandwich them between there. Looks like they've got, wow, Tidehunter taking out Sniper while I was busy flapping my gums. Over here we may see the Radiant team get sandwiched up by that tower, and I wonder why the Courier was there. I was going to remark upon it, but it was just hanging out by the tower. Why, oh why did that happen?
Big mistake.
Yeah, definitely. That's 400 gold down the drain. Do you think we should have seen an engagement here from the Dire? Would it have been better to try and squeeze them against that tower?
Earlier, yes, but it was just too late when the Sniper died mid, and they did go in when the creeps were behind him, so it was a big mistake by them.
Now we are going to see the Dire sort of push back a little bit against the pressure of being applied by the Radiant. The Radiant have done a very good job of taking out those towers. They obviously have 4 kills so far. You know, we are only 17 minutes into the game, and if we take a look at some of those creep scores, you see Sniper doing a lot of farm, but, you know, is it going to be enough? What's the game plan here? I mean, obviously they're being torn between, like, farming their Sniper and countering these pushes. What do you do when you're the Dire here?
I would just turtle it. Just defend it. Don't initiate into team points because you know you will lose them with you know, Tidehunter and everyone. If you want to pick off, get your wards up, get your smoke up, and just, if it was me, I would just turtle it like I said. Just stay by tower. If the creeps come, just push, go to jungle, stack it up, and then farm through jungle instead of risking your teammates' lives like this.
Absolutely, and you know, we do see, speaking of team fights, we do see Tidehunter actually picking up that dagger. He did just buy it. I think it's probably on the Courier right now, hiding somewhere around there. Looking through the items, it looks like we do have Nature's Prophet. Does have that medallion still that he's made so effective Obviously that ultimate orb there, probably building towards a wonderful item of some variety. Over on Viper, we do see him going for a BKB, and I think that's, you know, probably a good choice given the variety of stuns and, you know, making himself, or trying to prevent himself from being stunned and taken out of that fight so quickly.
Viper does have an Ogre Club and now a Mithril Hammer, so he's having great fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, he's got those power treads. He's got 600 in the bank. And so, you know, he will be going for that BKB very shortly. Looks like that dagger has just been delivered to Tidehunter. And, you know, we see the Dire team splitting. They've got about 3 members up in the top lane, 2 in the mid lane. And I think there's an opportunity here. No, we're going to see maybe a Roshan from Team Australia. Yeah, I think they're going to go for it.
But the Dire do have a ward there.
Yes, and they are going to be able to start teleporting back. We do see them teleporting in at this middle tower there. Looks like Tiny just in position looking for an opportunity to stun. They're going to have to make their move soon. He is going down really, really fast to this combined DPS. I can't help but feel like they may just let Roshan go down and then try and squeeze in after that. Looks like a big fight going down here. Ultimate coming out of Tidehunter. Viper finishing off both Enchantress and Vengeful Spirit. We're going to see Sniper retreating. Ultimate out of Venomancer only catches 4 members of the Radiant team. Triple kill for Viper. And teleport in from Nature's Prophet. He is going to do a lot of damage to Sniper here. Sniper retreating as fast as he can, but there's just nowhere to run, especially with that slow on him. Power shot coming out of that Windrunner, and Dazzle will get that final hit. Wow. Like, I don't know, this is
That's some Aussie spirit for ya.
yeah, like I can pull up the Gosu bet and we can say it's like 80% orange. And you know, the Australians just absolutely destroying here in this first match. It is of course the best of 3, so there will be an opportunity for them to come back if they are not able to pull this out. And you know, right now I'm feeling it's going to be very, very difficult. I'm not sure if they will be able to do it, especially since the farm is just so good on the part of the Australians.
Over 12k.
Wow, absolutely ridiculous there. They're almost lapping the Dire, but not quite. They're at about 33k compared to 19k of the Dire. Huge discrepancy. We do see a couple stuns coming out here. Stun off of that Vengeful Spirit onto Dazzle. Power shot out of Winter hitting that Enchantress, but you know, they're trying to finish off Dazzle. He does go down, but you know what? Dazzle's got the Aegis. He's just going to be right back up, and that stun was a little bit early from Tiny. It's not going to catch anything, and the Radiant just walk away. They did get that tower. They got a barracks. We're 21 minutes. Like there's no more. There's nothing else to say, or you know, like.
So you didn't expect this at all?
No, you know, it's because I was talking to a lot of people, and a lot of people were saying, yeah, you know, Orange is so strong right now. They're coming off of a really big victory at ESTC. You know, we don't expect the Australians to do very well, but this is Aussie, oi, 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 you know?
Yeah. It's good, it's good.
It's good, I like it. This is a great game. You know, we're seeing a really strong push strategy out of the Australians. And, you know, here comes a counter push from the Dire. They are down quite a bit in farm. They are going to try and make something happen here. I think they should get this tower without too much trouble. But, you know, if the Radiant come back in and try and defend it, what are they going to do?
Yeah, I think they might, they might still go in if Nature's Prophet just teleports.
Now, Tidehunter does have that ultimate. Yes, he's going to go in. He catches both Vengeful Spirit, dropping that gush on Sniper. Sniper's going to go down so quickly here. Mechanism fired off by Enchantress. It is not going to help all that much. Sniper does finish off Dazzle, but Tidehunter gets Vengeful Spirit. You do see an Assassinate taking out that Nature's Prophet as he retreats. Nature's Prophet going to go ahead and buy back. He has that luxury. And we see Sniper actually trying to hide. He does not have a town portal. I think he might be able to, like, hide. I don't think they realize he went in there. Great play by Mushi. I just want to, like, reach out and give him a high five right there. Like, wow. It's a neat trick. So yeah, both Cinder and offering up the big D. I think everyone's sort of smiling when they saw that. He's just gonna hide in there, and once he knows they're gone, he's just gonna roll out because it's fine.
There's this TP. Secret shop.
So Mystic Staff, Ultimate Orb. There's that Sheep Stick.
Sheep stick. 23 minutes into the game.
Plus a medallion, plus phase boost, plus a wand. NBD. Let's go ahead and take a look at some hard numbers. Does look like Furion is at about 409. We are going to see a Smoke of Deceit actually here on Windrunner, Viper, and Tidehunter. Going to move in and maybe check around for Mushi, wondering where that beautiful man went. How he managed to disappear into the woods. But you know what? I do see a couple pings. They're just going to go for that bottom tower and maybe take out anyone standing nearby. Oh man, Vengeful Spirit so totally toasted there. Shackle shot for that big stun. Viper getting that last hit after the power shot.
Wow.
Gosh. Like, that's just boom. There it goes. I can't help but feel like this match is probably ending fairly soon. We are going to see this bottom tower go down pretty quickly. Do have a lot of wards from Venomancer there, and it looks like Prophet just continuing to do his best at farming. The Dire seem a little bit disorganized. Like, what's their strategy here? What can they do? Is there anything they can do?
Not right now. I think the best thing to do is just to defend mid for now, because that Rax is gone, and just stay by your last tower. And if they do try to initiate, get all your team members to that bottom tower, because Nature's Prophet is top, and it does take him a while to teleport properly.
Yeah, absolutely, and that falling into that split push strategy is going to be pretty. If they let that split push strategy work, it can be very problematic because suddenly they're down more barracks.
Exactly.
Taking a look at the overall creep score, we do see Sniper continuing good farm. He has died about 6 times though, which is really hampering his ability to hang on to that gold. He's
The amount of creeps.
Yeah, he's got a lot of creep kills. He's at about 114 creep kills, keeping up with Nature's Prophet, who has been able to pop around, basically unmolested.
Wow, Nature's Call. Doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, that barracks is going to go down pretty fast, but all these wards doing a good bit of damage as well. Do you see a fortification coming out of the Dire? I don't know that I would have used it there.
It's too early.
It's wouldn't you want to save that for a tower?
That one, I wouldn't save it for ranged barracks. No way. That ranged barracks is useless.
Yeah, and
Just leave it.
especially with both of their towers pushed in, I feel like that could have been saved a little bit more effectively, rather than just spent on that. On that tower, but you know what? I'm sure there's a reason they pay these guys the big bucks. 'Cause I have no idea how this stuff works. I just press buttons and talk about pixels. We are going to see them check in here for that Roshan, but surprise, he is not up. It has not been long enough. If we look at the overall score, it is about 18-5, and looking at the experience counts really tells a story. Lowest level on the Radiant is a level 11. Lowest level on the Dire is level 7. Definitely the Dire are struggling. They are up to about 15,000 for their lead. Little bit gnarly. I don't know that they're going to be able to dig their way out of this hole right now.
They're doing a really great push. We can't do anything to counter except force Venomancer bring those little wards up. It's the only way to counter push.
Absolutely, and this is where we're really seeing great pushing by the Australian team, and where their team composition really just shines is Dazzle, Viper, Tidehunter, Nature's Prophet. It all synergizes really well.
Yeah. this is the only thing they can do: defend mid, and just stay by that tower.
Well, and the problem is, it feels like it is. You know, it's a losing battle right now. There's just not that much they can do. You know,
They can't level up properly. Definitely not. And even because they're like together as a team, you get less XP. So
right.
it's a negative side to it too.
And of course, they don't have access to the jungle, that sort of thing. So this is a very desperate situation for Orange to be in. They've got to be looking for like an opportunity to, like, if they can get a team kill here, they can get some momentum going. Get a genocide going, and you know, something might happen there. But unless they can find their window is closing, it feels like.
I think just about the window is closing, but like, if you're in a situation like this, if you are the Dire, as me, I would single them out, pick them off one by one, but it is pretty hard in this situation, so can't really do anything about it.
So right now it seems like we are in a little bit of a waiting game. The Radiant not really looking to push in. They are going to go back and get Roshan for a second time. They will not have. They're still just like looking for that window of opportunity and that they can use to push all the way in. And I don't know. It feels like they could probably get in there a little bit earlier. But is it a good idea to exercise like this much caution? Are they being too careful? Can they win right now?
For the Radiant, I think definitely you should always be cautious about everything. Anything could happen. You don't know what. There could be a miscommunication, and your whole team could die, and they could counter push. So anything could happen. It's only mid. Only mid tower's gone in the racks. So if they do lose a team fight, they could always push going bottom or one defending mid while the whole team pushes bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So I am glad that they do take consideration to Roshan.
We are going to see a big engagement here. It looks like Tiny's going to get caught. He is going to go down to that Viper really quickly. Throw is just not enough. Tidehunter may get down, but no, that Shallow Grave saving his butt. Dazzle does take out Venomancer with that Poison Touch plus some auto attacks. It looks like Vengeful Spirit's going to go down pretty soon. That swap will not save her. Entrenches goes down, and we may in fact see a genocide here in just a moment. Sprout taking out that sniper, and yes, there he goes. I think that might be a GG right there. We're probably just going to see them go ahead and drop down the Ancient.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They are going to go ahead and drop this bottom tower and probably just swing around and take out the top one, making it as easy as can be. I do expect to see GG any moment. There's just not a whole lot of hope left at this point.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom barracks are under attack. Dire's bottom barracks is falling.
The Dire, the team member is not like a team that gives up easily. They go till the end.
Yeah, that's true, and they are going to hold on as much as they can, but there's just not that much they can do, especially against a fairly farmed Viper. He does have that BKB. He did just finish his heart. That's going to make him pretty hard to kill. Obviously, 6 seconds, and then suddenly he is regenerating like a madman. Tidehunter is going to take out Sniper here. It is currently 25-5, and both middle and bottom barracks are down, and it looks like Nature's Prophet is going to go ahead and take out this top tower and probably both of these top barracks, which will just go ahead and give them negative creeps and end this game.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And, you know, very strong. Go ahead.
Expect bigger things from the Aussie teams.
Yeah,
So-
like this is. I think a lot of people are going to come away from this with a newfound respect for these Australian Dota players. Like,
Dire's top
you know,
barracks are under
and they've got to be lagging too. Like they can't be playing with,
Dire's top
with
barracks.
a great ping or a great connection.
Dire's top barracks.
So that sort of increases the respect level. I do think be interesting to see what their strategy is approaching the second game. How Orange tries to respond. We do see a GG coming out of Mushi. GG's all around. That will go ahead and finish this first game, and we will go on to game 2 in just a brief moment. As soon as this Ancient goes down, die, swirling Inferno Forge thing, whatever the heck you are.
Ancient Fortress.
Ancient Fortress. It doesn't look like. It looks more like a forge, like a giant swirling gateway to
does.
hell or something.
Windrunner returns.
But yes, guys, that will go ahead and do it for the first game. It is in fact the first of 3. It is a best of 3 game here at GosuGamers King of the Hill for Southeast Asia. This is Orange versus Team Australia. I'm JerleMinara, with me is Skitsky, and we will be going into game 2 in just a brief moment. Gonna throw some ads your way, and we will be right back.
Very good game.
Yeah, ads are up, so we got about 90 seconds. Yeah, that was surprising. That was really surprising. Like, I don't even know, dude.
Did you honestly bet? Did you honestly bet on Orange?
Yeah, I did.
Oh wow! You should have asked me before, man.
Everyone was saying Orange is gonna win. I don't know this
Right.
stuff. Dota. Geez, it looks like this may be a best of 1. Alright guys, and we are back. We are just discussing things, getting a couple things arranged. I have had some complaints about lag, and I am sorry if you guys are having issues with lag. I will not be reducing things to 360p. I'm sorry that you guys are lagging, but this is a high quality stream. I stream in high definition. And yeah, so I'm going to look into some options for alternatives. We are going to go ahead and figure a couple things out. Please be patient. We'll be back shortly.
Hey Jay, apparently the ads don't work.
What do you mean?
It just says one of my friends said it just goes black screen.